Well, hey everyone, it's Chad from Colorado Giants. One of the last times this year ish, coming to you from the greenhouse. It's Thursday, October the 15th. Late on the video because I've just been really busy this week. Um, so, how did Vacuum do? We obviously took Vacuum to the way off last week. Got spaghetti on my face. Sorry about that. Dinner time. Trying to get out of here before the sun goes down. So Vacuum did pretty good. That was the first time I have ever been weighed last, so that means that it was taping the heaviest. The last time that I taped Vacuum, it was 1,157 pounds. The judges at the event measured it at 1,270 pounds, and then it ended up weighing 1,100 or 1,251 pounds. So unfortunately, it went a little light, which is the first time that has happened to any of the 1911 seeds that I've grown. I've grown two in the past. I thought for sure that I would have another one that went heavy, but alas, that did not happen. So today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Our last way off in Peyton, Colorado, or Falcon, Colorado, which is outside of Colorado Springs, is this Saturday, and I'm going to take that guy right there. Which way to point my thumb? That guy right there. So Ted is up. Ted is measuring. I'm not really sure. Honestly, this is the first time in the greenhouse since Sunday. So I haven't been in here in 4 days. I'm kind of at that stage in the season where I'm about done with pumpkins for a little while, and I'm not excited about the pumpkins anymore. I'm excited about next year. I'm excited to pull up the walking boards and get this plant out of here and this pumpkin out of here, and that way I can till and I can get everything ready for next year, because that means I can basically not come out to the greenhouse for a while, and I'm looking forward to that. Just taking a little bit of a break. Fun tangent. I was watching the Half Moon Bay way off, and the pumpkin that got first place there was 2,300 and change, and it was off the 1501 seed. It went like 6.3. It was a 3 or 6% heavy on that one. So that 1501 seed that we grew tractor on, that beautiful pumpkin, it was a bright orange pumpkin. The grower did a 1501 times self on that, and it went heavy, and it was bright orange. It had some green flecks in it. It was really cool. So anyway, back to last week. Last week with skipping around here with Vacuum, I was the last one to get weighed. I thought I might have had first place in the bag, but when the second to last pumpkin was weighed, it was a 1938. So it was a dump truck pumpkin, and it went heavy. It went like 10% heavy. So his weighed in at like 1340, something around there. It's a great grower. Is Jim Grandy. He's a longtime grower, real great guy. And he had a great pumpkin last week off the 2118 Baron, which is that one, and his went heavy. So I'm hoping that maybe this one will go heavy too. But anyway, so mine went a little light, his went a little bit heavy. Vacuum ended up getting second place. So pretty happy about that, but at the same time disappointed that my 1911 went light. I really would have liked that one to have gone heavy, but such is life. It is what it is. All of our hopes lie in Ted for a first place this year, and or just another pumpkin to go heavy, so I can be 50-50 in the heavy category. It's been getting kind of chilly. It's in the 20s tonight. Let me flip you and super zoom you out so we get a whole picture. And the plant looks a little bit it looks dead. So Ted is for me is taping at about 1,340 pounds or so. That means absolutely nothing, because my measurements have been wrong every single time because just my soil's not level and whatnot. So ultimately, who knows what it's estimating at, but it should be about 1,300 pounds. I know the 13. I'm confident in that. What past that, I don't know. And something interesting that now we can finally see is, just like the big butt, is the plant for Ted. Ted has probably the smallest, most unimpressive plant out of all of them. And unfortunately, it's also the plant that I kind of neglected the most because it was back here and it was the slowest grower. And, yet again, that'll teach me to, not to underestimate plants and not give them the trust and the respect that they deserve. So from now on, I don't care what the plant's looking like. I'm giving it just as much effort as my best looking plant. I mean, even the vine. So there's the main vine. The growth behind the pumpkin is just this. It's that and that. That plant over there came from secondary, just like grow. But for all intents and purposes, this plant is maybe, so if this area from here to here is 550 square feet, this plant maybe takes up, 350 square feet or so. 350, 400 at the very most. So it's the smallest plant, the plant that I neglected the most, and it's the one that looks like, hopefully, knock on wood, will give me the biggest pumpkin. So, it's physically the biggest pumpkin. We'll see what it measures. So looking forward to wrapping up the year. Really looking forward to seeing what Ted does on the scale. This has been a real fun pumpkin to watch grow. The stem on it is just so small. It's just fighting me. I've been wrapping the main vine around it. It's been a huge pain in the butt. But I've really enjoyed this. I would grow the 2118 Baron again. And I may very well. Just trying to think of something else I got to say, but I really don't have anything else. I'll harvest it tomorrow. I'm going to go get, these are 8-foot timbers. I'm going to go get some 10-foot timbers because we've been having a heck of a time, if you've watched the other videos, getting the pumpkin up enough to lift it. You can see there that we've had to dig trenches to lower the trailer down to the ground. And if we lower it any more than that, we get to our clay hard pan, and that's just a pain in the butt to deal with. So I'm going to get some longer wood so we can be right up against the top trusses of the greenhouse and hopefully not have a real tough time lifting up Ted. So after this video, I'll do one more next week on the cleanup, and then maybe one or two on kind of how I'm wrapping up the season and what I'm doing going into winter. But other than that, don't really have a whole heck of a lot for you. I'm going to cover up the pumpkin. I left it uncovered for a few days, trying to just get it some sun so it gets a little orange on it, because it does look, it's a really pretty peachy colored pumpkin, which is really interesting because the Baron 2 weeks ago looked hideous. It was a pumpkin only the grower could love. I don't know if it's heavy or not. I don't know. Every time I thought a pumpkin was heavy, it went light, and when I thought it was light, it went heavy. So my slapping means nothing. Very rarely doesn't mean anything anyway. The only opinion that matters is the opinion of the scale. So comment below on what you think Ted is going to weigh. It is estimating at, like I said, it's between 1320 and 1350, somewhere right in there. I forget what the exact measurement is. I stopped measuring a little bit ago because it's just such a weird shape. It's hard for me to get a good tape on it, a consistent measurement. So post below what you think Ted's going to weigh. A lot of you guys thought vacuum was going to weigh heavier, so we'll see what it ends up being between the two. Is it going to be vacuum or is it going to be Ted? We'll find out soon. Thanks for watching this year, everybody. Make sure to subscribe.